You know, sometimes in life, you meet someone who doesn't just walk into your world. They change the temperature of the room. They don't just talk to you, they speak to your spirit. And when that happens, you realize love isn't just butterflies and good morning texts. It's a partnership, it's patience, it's prayer, it's showing up when the world feels too heavy to carry. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I've been around long enough to know that love is not easy. It's not a fairy tale. It's not a movie scene, it's real work. But when you find that woman who believes in you, even when you don't believe in yourself, you better not take that for granted. Because in a world full of distractions, loyalty and love are rare currency. To the woman I love, you are not just beautiful because of how you look. You're beautiful because of what you carry. The strength in your silence, the fire in your eyes, the way you lift everybody around you without losing yourself in the process. You've been hurt, you've been doubted, you've been underestimated, but you still rise. You still love, you still forgive. And that right there, that's power, that's grace. See, real love is not found in perfection. It's found in two imperfect people choosing each other every single day. It's found in the late night talks, the prayers whispered when no one's watching, the sacrifices made quietly. It's in the way you hold someone down when life tries to pull them apart. That's real. So my message to you is simple. Thank you. Thank you for seeing the man behind the mistakes. Thank you for not walking away when it got hard. Thank you for believing that something good could still come out of my flaws. You taught me that love isn't about finding the right person. It's about being the right person. And if I could promise you one thing, it's this: I may not be perfect, but I'll never stop trying to be the man you prayed for. Because when a man truly loves a woman, he doesn't just say it. He proves it every day through how he treats her, how he honors her, and how he protects her peace. So to the woman I love, you are my calm in chaos, my reminder that God still writes beautiful, full stories, and my reason to keep becoming better. You're not just my woman, you're my blessing. When you meet a woman who truly changes your world, you realize it's not just about companionship or attraction, it's about transformation. She doesn't just enter your life quietly. She shifts the energy. She brings light into places you didn't even know were dark. There's something powerful about how love can evolve a man, how it can pull him out of his comfort zone and make him face the parts of himself he's been avoiding. The woman you love has that kind of influence, not because she demands it, but because her presence commands it. She brings peace to your chaos, direction to your confusion, and purpose to your wandering. When she believes in you, it hits different, because that kind of faith from someone who truly knows you is a mirror reflecting your potential. She makes you want to be more, to stand taller, to dream bigger, not out of pressure, but out of inspiration. Her love becomes the motivation behind every late night hustle, every second chance, every prayer whispered under your breath. When a woman like that enters your life, you start to see yourself differently. You begin to understand that life isn't just about success or money or fame. It's about legacy. It's about meaning. She teaches you what partnership really means, not by talking about it, but by living it through patience, through presence, through unspoken understanding. You start noticing how her strength doesn't come from loudness, but from her ability to hold things together when everything else is falling apart. Her laughter becomes the soundtrack to your hope, and her silence becomes your reminder to slow down and listen. She's not there to fix you. She's there to remind you that you were always enough. You just needed to see it through her eyes. And when she loves you, it's not halfway or conditional. It's real, raw, and grounded in truth. That's the kind of woman who doesn't just share your world, she reshapes it. She turns ordinary moments into memories, struggles into lessons, and weakness into wisdom. She shows you that love isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about finding someone who makes you want to be better than you were yesterday. Real love is not something that just happens when everything is going right. It's something that proves itself when everything is going wrong. It's built into moments when patience is tested, when tempers rise, when silence feels heavy, and when you both have to choose understanding over pride. Love is not about finding a perfect connection. It's about building one through faith, loyalty, and consistency. When life throws challenges your way, real love doesn't run. It digs in, it fights, it endures. It's knowing that sometimes you won't have all the answers, but you'll still hold each other's hands and keep walking forward. It's waking up on the hard days and deciding again and again that this person is worth it. Love is not always soft or easy. It's built on patience that comes from knowing that growth takes time. You learn to forgive not because it's easy, but because the bond is greater than the pain. You learn to listen not just to words, but to silence, to energy, to emotion. When faith becomes the center, love becomes unbreakable because it's grounded in something deeper than feelings. It's grounded in purpose. You start to understand that real love isn't about keeping score. It's about keeping peace. It's choosing to calm the storm instead of adding to it. It's showing up even when you're tired, being gentle even when you're hurt, and believing in each other even when the world gives you reasons not to. Through struggle, you see the strength of what you've built together. It's not the smiles that define the relationship. It's the moments you choose not to give up. Patience becomes the glue that holds love steady through misunderstanding, and faith becomes the anchor that keeps it from drifting away. The beauty of real love is that it grows stronger with every test, because each challenge becomes proof that you can withstand anything side by side. When two people refuse to quit on each other, no outside force can break what's been built on trust, respect, and commitment. That's the kind of love that doesn't fade with time. It deepens, it matures. And it teaches you that staying when it's hard means more than loving when it's easy. True beauty has nothing to do with appearance. It lives in the strength a woman carries within her soul. It's in the way she keeps going when life keeps testing her, in how she stands tall after every fall, in how she smiles even when her heart is heavy. There's a quiet kind of power in a woman who refuses to be broken by what was meant to destroy her. She moves through pain with grace, through doubt with dignity, through fear with faith. The woman you love might not even realize how radiant she is because her beauty doesn't scream for attention. It whispers confidence, peace, and self-worth. She's the kind of woman who doesn't need validation because she's already learned how to validate herself. What makes her beautiful is not the way she looks under bright lights, but the way she handles darkness with courage. Her strength is not loud, it's steady. It's found in her ability to keep showing up, to keep believing, to keep loving even when the world gives her reasons to stop. You can see her beauty in the sacrifices she makes, in the way she loves people who can't always love her back the same way, in the way she forgives even when she's been hurt deeply. Her grace is her armor, her kindness is her weapon, and her faith is her foundation. When she walks into a room, she doesn't need to say a word. Her presence speaks of every battle she's won quietly, every tear she's turned into wisdom, every scar she's learned to wear with pride. She's not flawless, but that's what makes her real. And that realness is what draws people in, because authenticity is the rarest kind of beauty. You can dress up the outside all you want, but nothing compares to the light that comes from within a woman who knows her value. She doesn't chase attention, she attracts respect. She doesn't depend on anyone to make her feel whole, because she's already built wholeness within herself. The woman who carries strength and grace in her spirit becomes unforgettable, not because of how she looks, but because of how she makes others feel, how she loves without fear, and how she continues to rise no matter what she's been through. Love means choosing each other every single day, not just when everything feels perfect or easy. It's the decision to stay when walking away might be simpler, to listen when pride wants to argue, to hold on when the world seems to be pulling you apart. Real love isn't built in the big moments. It's built quietly in the daily choices to care, to understand, to forgive. It's waking up and saying, I'm still in this, even when you're tired, frustrated, or unsure. Choosing each other is about more than words or promises. It's about action, consistency, and commitment. It's remembering why you started and protecting that reason when time tries to make you forget. Every relationship goes through storms, but love survives when both hearts refuse to give up on each other. It's in those moments when things aren't easy that love either grows stronger or fades away. The strength of love is tested not in laughter, but in conflict, not in sunshine, but in rain. When two people choose each other through imperfection, that's when love becomes real. It's understanding that neither of you will always get it right, but both of you are willing to keep trying. Love doesn't demand perfection, it asks for effort. It's learning to see your partner not as flawless, but as human, someone growing, learning, stumbling, and rising again. Choosing each other means building trust that doesn't crumble when mistakes are made, finding grace in apology, and patience in progress. It's about showing up, even when your emotions don't feel like it, because love is a choice far more than a feeling. It's choosing peace over pride, unity over ego, compassion over resentment. The most powerful relationships aren't the ones without problems. They're the ones where both people stay committed to solving them together. Choosing each other daily is an act of faith, a declaration that love is worth protecting. It's two people deciding again and again that no matter what comes their way, they'll face it side by side. When that kind of consistency exists, love becomes unshakable. It grows roots deeper than doubt and becomes something that time and trials can't destroy, because it's been built on the simple, repeated choice to love each other again today. Gratitude is the quiet force that keeps love alive the thing that turns ordinary moments into blessings and challenges into lessons. When you're truly thankful for the person beside you, you see them differently. You stop focusing on what they lack and start appreciating what they bring into your life. It's easy to get caught up in routine, to take the everyday gestures for granted. But love grows strongest when you never stop noticing the little things. Gratitude teaches you to value the effort, the patience, the sacrifices that often go unseen. It reminds you that no one owes you love, time, or understanding. Those are gifts freely given. And when you see them as such, you begin to treat them with care. A thankful heart makes room for peace because it focuses on what's right instead of what's missing. In relationships, gratitude is what keeps resentment from taking root. It's what keeps you grounded when emotions run high. When you look at your partner and say, I appreciate you. It's not just words. It's acknowledgement of their place in your life, of how they make your world softer, brighter, and stronger. Gratitude keeps love humble. It stops you from assuming that someone will always be there no matter how you treat them. It creates awareness, a kind of gentle reminder that love is a privilege, not a possession. When you lead with gratitude, you listen more, you forgive faster, and you love deeper. You begin to realize that even the tough times have value because they help you understand each other better. Gratitude turns the relationship from something you manage into something you nurture. It helps you celebrate progress instead of perfection, effort instead of results. You start to see beauty in imperfection, patience in waiting, and joy in the smallest gestures. A smile, a word, a touch, a moment of silence. Gratitude doesn't make love easier, but it makes it richer. It's what softens the heart after arguments, what brings you back to center when pride tries to take over. It's the daily choice to say, I'm thankful for you, not just because of what you do, but because of who you are and the peace you bring simply by being here. A real man doesn't prove his love with empty promises or loud declarations. He proves it through his consistency, his actions, and his willingness to grow. When a man truly loves a woman, he doesn't just say she matters. He shows her every single day in how he treats her, how he listens, and how he protects her peace. He understands that love isn't about control or possession. It's about respect, partnership, and trust. His love is measured not by words, but by effort, by the things he does when no one is watching, by the way he makes her feel safe in his presence. A real man knows that protecting a woman isn't just about guarding her from the world, but about creating an environment where she feels free to be herself. He becomes her calm, not her chaos. He doesn't compete with her strength. He honors it. He doesn't silence her voice. He listens to it. Love to him is not about power. It's about balance. He leads with humility and supports with pride. His actions speak through the way he shows up, not just on good days, but on the hard ones. When love takes patience and effort, growth becomes part of his love language. He strives to be better, not for validation, but because he wants to give the best version of himself to the one he loves. He learns to apologize when he's wrong, to communicate instead of shut down, to love without ego, and to protect without pride. He understands that being a man is not about dominance, but about dependability. His love builds, it doesn't break. It empowers, it doesn't limit. A real man knows that the woman he loves deserves consistency, not confusion, reassurance, not doubt, peace, not promises that fade with time. He understands that love is a responsibility, one that requires maturity, honesty, and loyalty. His actions show commitment in every small detail. From how he speaks to how he stands beside her when life tests their bond. He proves his love not once, but continuously through presence, through patience, through persistence. That's what separates words from truth, because real love is seen in the man who chooses every day to love not with intention alone, but with unwavering action.